All right, welcome to XCal Racing here tonight. They're running the street stocks on Charlotte during the day. Should be a good race here. They're having, I believe they're running, let's see, I want to make sure I've got all my ducks in a row here. 150 laps here tonight. And let's run down the quick qualifying order while they're on, excuse me, not the qualifying order, but the gridding order. Randy Hefner in the top spot, Tony Pizarro starting on the outside, Alex Crapser, I guess, in the third spot. Running in the fourth spot, Spencer Preet. In fifth, the 88 of Michael Cozy. In sixth place, the 72 of BJ Tidrick, I believe is how that's pronounced. In seventh spot, the 177 of Hudson Hammer. In eighth, the number 10 of Randy Gerard. In ninth, Rob Anglin in the number 43. Heather Rowe running in 10th spot in the number 3. David Butterworth starting on the inside in the number 81 in 11th spot. In 12th, the number 2 of Brandon Wilkinson. In 13th, the number 45 of Mike Miller. In 14th, the 814 of Joshua Morgan. In 15th, the 07 of Kyle Stratcher, I'm not sure. Dalton Lucas starting in the 16th spot in the number 14. Syandra in 17th, starting 24th. Anthony Sergi in the 20, starting 18th. James Gaylor 19th. Ty Lewis 20th. Tim Marlowe 21st. William Karp 22nd. Alan Bowes in the 23rd spot. Mark LeBlanc in 24th. And rounding out your top 25, Daniel Smallwood. We're going to get up here to our leader here. They're going to be getting ready to start in just a second. All right, coming out of turn 4, pace car ducks off. Randy Hefner leading them down. Green flag, looks like they're jumping to start. Green flag here flies in the air. On their way for 150 laps here at Charlotte tonight. All right, everybody's starting to get single filed up here. Looks like we've got the 13 coming around there. The 13 of Tony Pizarro in second. As they come to cross the line here, let's see where everybody's going to be at. Caution does fly. Let's see where the caution is. Looks like the number 46 caught up into that. Let's rewind this back and take a look and see if we can figure out where it happened. 46 may have went up a little high into the turn. Oh, and he gets really loose coming through the tri-oval. Not sure if he can save it or not. Does hit the outside wall. Comes back down across the track. Trying to save it. Trying to do a great job of it. But just not enough to be able to save the car. And is going to come sliding into the outside wall again. All right. So first caution flies of the night on lap 3. Roy Hayes into the wall. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Let's get back up to our leader as these guys are starting to come around now under the caution. I don't believe we're going to see anybody come down pit road at this time. This rated 55 miles an hour pace speed, it can be a killer sometimes. Get these guys caught back up here to the field, get everything straightened around, and looks like, all right, let's see, Randy Hefner on, let's see, he's restarting first, Tony Pizarro second, and Spencer Preet restarting third, Alex Crasper restarting fourth, Michael Cozy's restarting fifth. Hudson Hammer going to be restarting sixth, BJ Tidrick and seventh, Rob Anglin eighth, Heather Rowe ninth, and Brandon Wilkinson running out your top 10 after the first caution does come out. All right, we'll try to get a word in with the driver here, maybe on the next caution, as looks like maybe we might be one more to go here until they do get the one to go. Everybody trying to maybe see if they might be able to have something here for our leader. Not sure. Randy Hefner very strong up in the front. Tony Pizarro pretty strong too. Be restarting on the outside of him. Preferred line going into the turns is the low line, but the high line is a good place to pass. .65-degree temperature, wind 2 miles an hour. And like I said, first caution here of the night coming around this time to take lap number 6. Looks like the lights do go off on the pace car this time, and next time by we're going back to green flag racing here tonight at Charlotte. Randy Hefner leading them around, has led all the laps so far. .150 laps here tonight, a long ways to go, and these guys are going to have to show some patience out here, and it's going to be the longevity of the race that's going to be a killer for a few of them maybe. Not sure how the people are going to react. It's a long time to be sitting in that seat, folks. All right, everybody land back a little bit, maybe looking to get a good run. Pace car getting ready to drop off, and it does. And Randy puts it to the floor, and off he goes. Green flag. Tony Pizarro does duck in behind him. This is the line going into the turn is important for these guys. Let's go back here and check on James Gaylor back in the 21st position here. Maybe having a little bit of trouble here, but keeping it straight. Oh, we got a little bump there. Right ahead of James, a little bump there. The 00 does get a bump in the rear. Michael Cozy now up here in the 4th position. And caution out again. Let's go back and see if we can figure out where the caution is. Looks like the number 35 hitting hard into the wall, taking a lot of damage on that. Let's go back and take a look. And it looks like he has front end damage on that car already. Right turns it right into the number 40. Absolutely right turns it right into him and spins both of them out. So Michael Mulryan spins himself and the number 40 out of the race. All right, let's get caught back up here. Michael Mulryan is, believe he might have had to take a tow. Let's get back up here to our leaders. So a little bit of a shake up here still. Nobody coming down pit road. All right, let's see if we can get a word in here. Maybe we'll pick Alan Bowes. How about, let's go with James Gaylor, and let's see if we can get a word in with him as soon as the admins are done talking here.
I think they need a high-pacing duck.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe Excalibur.
What?
James Gaylor, this is Rudy Cummings up in the booth. You got a copy?
How you doing there, Rudy?
I'm doing well, sir. How is the racing going on out there? You're seeing a little bit of maybe anticipation of people running out of patience, or how is the racing for you?
So far so good. Yeah, I think people being a bit too feisty on the overtakes in the early part of the race.
All right, James. Well, good luck out there tonight, and maybe we'll see you in victory lane at the end of this thing. Got a long ways to go, guys.
Yep, thanks, Rudy.
All right, so James trying to be patient out here. Well, let's get up front here. Lights still on the pace car. Admin's trying to get things sorted out. And hopefully we will get back to green flag racing here in just a minute. Again, I'd like to announce this is the XCal Racing League here tonight, running the street stocks at Charlotte. Look to be having a pretty good time out here. These cars are a lot of fun on this track, and I know we've all been through this coming up through the ranks in iRacing, but these still are an awful lot of fun on a lot of the tracks, actually. This one here, we've all got a lot of experience on, though. All right, we've still got about 30, looks like about 35 drivers out on the track as the lights go off on the pace car and everybody doubling back up here. And we're going back to green flag racing next time. Bye, folks. Randy Hefner on the inside there in the 20s or 77, excuse me. Tony Pizarro going to be starting on the outside in the number 13. Spencer Preet third, Michael Cozy fourth, and Rob Anglin now up to the 6th spot. All right, Randy laying back just a little bit here, waiting for the pace car to go off. Tony Pizarro right there wanting to go with him. Pace car ducks off. Tony goes, but Randy does not and balls them all up behind him. I'm not sure if he missed a shift there or if he did that on purpose, but whoa, that balled the whole bunch up in the back there. From third on back, everybody checked up. Randy off to a little bit of a lead, pulls away by quite a little bit, away from Tony Pizarro. Pizarro now almost a half a second behind. These guys really coming down through on the low line, and Randy up on the high side. So we're seeing a little bit of a different run. I think he does not want them guys to get into his draft. I believe that's what it is. If they get in his draft, it could be pretty tough. Looking back on the rest of the field from Tony's car, it looks like these guys all riding single file. Got a couple of them out of line. We've got one into the wall, and let's take a look here and see if we can figure out what happened to these guys. Wrong one. Well, come on. I meant to do that. All right, so let's take a wander back here in instant replay. These guys come around. Sorry about that. Looks like a little bumping up ahead of Cy here. A little bit of bumping, and I'm not sure if he's going to wind up getting into that. It looks like the 0, and I can't make out what that other one is. Get into it, and it looks like, man, there's a bunch of them here going to get banged around. The 14 comes back up across the track and takes out Cy, running in the number 24. So a big bunch of wrecking going on here early on. All right, these guys all getting caught up. Well, let's get up here to our leader. Still has not pitted. Kind of a little shake-up in the back in the field there. That's going to put a lot of the guys way back in the field. Looks to me like we've got like Alan Bowes maybe going to be way back in the field here. Let's see. Alan Bowes. Where the heck did I see Alan Bowes? It looks like maybe Alan Bowes may have left, may have taken his truck or car behind the pit wall. Not sure. Don't see him on the track at the moment. All right, Hefner has led every lap so far. Tony Pizarro right there wanting to mount a challenge on him, just can't quite get her done. Not for lack of trying, though. He actually had a pretty good run on that restart, and he couldn't pass him before the green flag. So, Randy really checked up the whole field there, not sure what was going on. Whether he was sleeping on that takeoff or missed a gear. Not sure. David Butterworth here's restarting in the 11th spot, has come up in the number 81, has moved up a few positions. I take that back. He started 11th. He is in 11th, but he did get kind of mired back in field a little bit, and here he is now back up to the 11th spot. So good running for him. Beautiful day here at Charlotte. 150 laps. They've only ran 16, and I believe right now we are on our third caution already. No lead changes so far. Randy Hefner has led every lap. Looks like the lights are off on the pace car. We're going back to green flag racing this time by, folks. Randy going to be leading them down. Tony Pizarro on the outside, as it's been since the drop of the green flag, the beginning of the race. All right, pace car is off, and Randy takes off like a shotgun and does power it around here. Tony Pizarro trying to stay with him, ducks it back down into second place. Staying in line with these guys. We've got a couple on the outside. It looks like Rob Anglin in the number 43, stuck up on the high side. And not sure if he's going to be able to find a partner to get up there. If he did have a partner, he might be able to motor by these guys on the inside, but the inside being really strong here. We've got three of them nose to tail. Heather Rowe running here in the number 3, the tail end of them three that are on the low side. And right behind him, Hudson Hammer in the 177. Well, and I'm going to tell you what, Rob Anglin is doing really well on that high side by himself. He seems to be hanging right in there in 4th place. These guys can't quite muster enough to get by him. He must have a really good setup in that car tonight. Looking ahead here from Hudson Hammer. viewing what he's seeing out the roof cam, and boy, it looks pretty intense here. These guys having a great race now. Things starting to settle in. Here we are on lap 20. A little bit of bobbing and weaving going on. Ooh, guys down on the apron. Hudson catches the apron there going into turn 3. Cost him a little bit of momentum, but look at Rob Anglin hanging loose on that high side. Really doing good. Damage on some of these cars, but for the most part, these guys up front running pretty clean. It looks like everybody knows the tail back behind them. Riding on with Rob Anglin here, looking back on these guys. Hudson Hammer there in the 177. Heather Rowe in the number 3. Side by side, lap after lap, Rob Anglin trying to get a run on them and get by them all by himself. And lap after lap, Tony Pizarro trying to get a run on our leader. Randy Hefner has led all the laps so far. Nobody's been able to get by him, but Tony Pizarro is really working over the back bumper of Randy's car tonight, trying to get a run on him. They have definitely pulled away from the rest of the field by a little. Looking back here, Spencer Preet in third. Now running about 2.5 seconds behind our leaders up in the front. Great battle going on between these guys, though, as now Rob Anglin has had to settle back in. He did manage to get in behind Heather Rowe there, and that would be for the 6th place, excuse me. And we've got another caution out. It looks like the number 34 of Blake Barney. Let's take a wander back here and see what happened to Blake. It looks like the 9 here comes up on him, maybe. We'll slow it down here good and make sure. Oh, he catches the apron, and it looks like the 9 kind of helps him along a little bit as Blake Barney spins it out and across the front grass there, mowing the yard. If he just had a little lawnmower with him, he could be mowing the grasses when he's going across there for a ride. Does manage to save it, doesn't hit anything, and motor's on. Lost a bunch of positions on it, but at least he's got all the fenders still intact on that thing. All right, let's get back up here to our leader and see if they do wind up coming down pit road. It looks like we have had maybe a few of them way in the back. 16th place, 18th place, 20th place, all them guys have pitted. Probably not a bad call on their part. A few of them quite lengthy pit stops here. Looks like P.D. Zeeler had about a 53-second pit stop. So we've got a bunch of wave bys going on here. Get some of these cars back up to snuff here and get them back on the lead lap. Randy Hefner has led all 26 laps so far. So let's pick a driver here. Let's go with how about Jared Davis. Tell you what, let's get a run up here in front, and let's see what Tony Pizarro has got to say. Well, let's see if we can get a word in with Tony. Got to wait for the admins to clear here, and then I can get a word in with Tony.
Blink it a little bit there.
Tony Pizarro, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy.
Hello?
Hey, Tony. You think you got anything for Randy up there? Randy's pretty strong. I see you were kind of pretty much drafting with him, but do you think you got anything to get by him? Are you saving a little secret back, or what's your strategy for tonight?
My strategy right now is just to lay back and not crash and stay up front. But I'm a little bit worried about when I have to pit. That's going to be the tough part, knowing the right time to pit.
Absolutely. We've seen, we've said it often, races can be won and lost on pit road, and I have seen them lost big time. Some of the best drivers out there miscalculate in the pits, and does cost them the race. So, but good luck out there, Tony, and good luck on your pit strategy, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
All right, so Tony may be concerned about his pit stops here tonight. All right, lights go off on the pace car, and everybody can be doubling up. And like I said, I've seen a lot of this happen, and I dread it when it happens to the guys. Just a miscalculation in the pit can cost them the race. Slide through their pits, have to back up. Just them precious seconds mean so much in maintaining that top spot in the track. And Randy Hefner leading all the laps. He could be one of them guys that come down pit road, make that mistake. Speed on pit road, we've seen a lot of mistakes happen, and hopefully we don't see that with these guys up front. All right, as they come around here out of turn 4, we're going to see the pace car duck off once again. Randy leading them down once again. And we'll get back to green flag racing here in just a second, folks. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere, because this is going to get exciting. Oh, they waved off the green. Okay. Never mind then. All right, so the admins have waved waved off the green flag, and one more lap of caution. The lights are off now, and hopefully we'll get back to green flag racing here. They still got, coming to the line, still going to have 120 laps to turn here tonight, so long race for these guys. All right, pace car ducks off, and Randy just takes off, and we got the green flag now, side by side. Oh, and our leader's getting into it. Oh, this is going to tear them up. Oh, everybody is piled up into that. Let's take a ride along here with Tony Pizarro on that. I want to see exactly what happened to him on this restart. It looks like here when looks like Randy kind of come out across right into him and pushes him out into the wall. Those two going hard into the wall. Tony, oh, getting nailed by the 84, and that just sets a tone for everybody getting a piece of the action into this. This is going to tear up a lot of cars. Tony is, oh, upside down, and he is back and forth on this track. Man, I'm telling you what. You know, guys, I want to take a look at this from the grandstands. Let's go back and take a look at this again. We'll watch it in real time this time. And it looks like Randy catches the grass. Maybe he comes out, hits into Tony. Boy, it's just melee after that. We see cars flipping everywhere. A lot of the guys in the back trying to slow down to miss this, but it just wasn't happening. All right, let's get back up here. Tony, looks like maybe Tony may have had to tow on that. But Randy Hefner, not sure he's on, coming down the backstretch, excuse me. And it looks like for once, oh, he's smoking like crazy. He has a really tore up race car. But it looks like we do have a new leader. Randy not going to lead all the laps today. It looks like Michael Cozy going to be our new leader up front. A lot of cars tore up on that. Looks like Tony Pizarro may be out for the day. 28 cars left on the field right now. All right, 5. This is caution number 5 in the first 31 laps, I believe. Had that restart on lap 31. So, all right, so these guys trying to get everything sorted out now. And looked like we did have a few guys on pit road. Let's take a look here and see if there is anybody left on pit road at the moment. Not sure. We've got a slew of cars on pit road and a bunch more from the back of the field coming down pit road. Randy finally coming into his pit stall. Not sure if he's going to be able to get that thing fixed up or not and get back out there. He has a lot of damage on that car in pit stall number 1. All right, let's get back up here to our leader. We see a bunch of cars coming off of pit road now. Our leader, Michael Cozy, out here in the lead for the first time today. We've had a lead change, so this is good to see. We do see that the line around here, you know, in these street stocks, everybody just stays on that white line all the way around the track, and then you can't get by them. So this is one of them tough tracks to pass on. Unless you can get 3 or 4 cars up on the high side and get a good drafting team going up there, you can. It's tough, but you can get by the leader. All right, the lights go off on the pace car, and next time by we're going to be green flag racing again here as everybody's trying to get caught back up to the field. A lot of changes around the track. A lot of guys have pitted, trying to get any damage fixed up that they can. We've still got some still sitting on pit road. Looks like BJ Tidrick on pit road, Heather Rowe on pit road, Christopher Moody. Looks like another one here, Matthew Jarrett. Hudson Hammer still on pit road. So we've got quite a few folks on pit road yet. And the longer they sit on pit road, you know, the more time that they're going to have here. They're going to get laps down, and laps here to make up are just going to be horrendous. We see a lot of cars here out on the track, many laps down. We've got some David, I think, not sure if that's pronounced, Guzman, 14 laps down, but still running. Right now in the 29th position. All right, well, coming out of turn 4, pace car's going to duck off on pit road. And Michael Cozy going to lead him down. He hits the gas, and we're off. Green flag racing again here at Charlotte. Taking lap 36 here. Yep. All right. On the outside. Oh, he ducks it down inside. Spencer Preet. Spencer Preet's been spending the whole time up in the front. Missed all that carnage that happened there, but great job by him keeping this thing out front. Here he is running in the second spot. Back in third is Randy Gerard, I believe. Gerard? I think that's right. Gerard or Gerard. We'll say Gerard. All right, running in for Tim Marlowe. These guys here battling it out, running in a straight line, and this is what you got to do to try to stay up here with these leaders as they're starting to draft now, work together. Spencer Preet and Michael Cozy up front. Let's go back here and check on Alex Krapser, running in the 11th spot as he gets by the 00. The 00, that was 4th position. So Alex moves up to the 10th position now. All right, Spencer Preet right on the tail of Michael Cozy. And these guys really starting to pull away and distance themselves from the rest of the field. If they can maintain that. They do stay up on the high side, which is a good place. That's actually where I like to run. There's a little bit more grip up there if you can let it kind of drift up the hill and go up to the wall coming out of turn 2. But everybody likes to ride that white line, and when you ride that white line, it's kind of blocking in a way. But I don't know how this league technically does that. As you see them drifting out toward the wall coming out of turn 2, coming up on lap traffic, they do get by, and he was a blinker too. Probably a good thing he did get by them. All right, so we've got some more changes going on back in the field here. Well, let's go back and check out Derek Colson running in the 15th position. Don't see any really huge battles. Derek's a couple laps down here but no immediate battles going on except for up here in the 7th and 8th place. Great battle by these guys. William Carp moving up a little further here. We've got a few more, and caution is out again. Let's see where the number 2 of Brandon Wilkinson sliding across the front stretch grass. Let's take a look and see if we can figure out what happened to him. Coming down the backstretch here, nobody around challenging him. He may have just gotten loose on the track. I'm not sure. Looked like he has a little bit of damage on that car, maybe suffering just a little. And it looks like he did catch the apron. That apron is a dreaded place. That apron coming into pit road, and man, he just barely missed that cone there. He would have got a black flag for crossing that pit road entrance. So good job by him by keeping that thing off of there. Now he's catching up to the field. Well, let's go back up here to Michael Cozy as the cars do get their wave-bys. You hear him clutching it around these turns, trying to save that precious fuel. And the front 2 still have not pitted, and we've got the one back in 7th there. Ty Lewis has still not pitted. So 3 drivers on the track right now that have not pitted in this race so far. Doing what they can to save that precious fuel to get it as many laps as they can. Michael here has led 11 laps. And they are only on lap 42, so I'm sure they're going to be seeing pit road here before too much longer. Not sure exactly what the pit window is on cars, but I'm sure we'll find out shortly. Looks like we've got a couple more that have taken their cars behind the pit wall. Joshua Morgan, Hudson Hammer, Randy Hefner, he was our pole setter, taking it behind the pit wall. Matthew Jarrett behind pit wall. So a few more have retired from the race. right, cars doubled up in a row here, and we're going to start getting ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a minute, folks. Ty Lewis back there in 7th in the number 9. Michael Cozy bringing them down here, coming out of turn 4. And we're going to watch this and see. Pace car ducks off. Michael hits the gas. Kind of catches the 27 of Spencer Preet a little bit off guard. Spencer may have been sleeping behind the wheel. Now Michael Cozy shoots out to a little bit of a lead. And it looks like Spencer Preet is going to have to reel him in to stay in that draft. We've got one caught on the outside here. Well, looks like, not sure if that, I think that's number 96, Tim Marlowe, up on the high side. Nobody up there to dance with them. The 10 and the 43 down on the inside. Randy Gerard and Rob Anglin. Rob Anglin finally down on that low line now. Hopefully he can make the low line work as good as he did on that high line. David Butterworth back here in the 7th spot, trying to see if he can't just hang in there. Got a lot of laps to go. Coming to lap 47 next time by. It'll look like David having a good day out here. Derek Colson in the 13th spot. Not really around anybody to hook up and draft with, so he's probably gonna lose the pack by a little bit. Now already 7 seconds behind our leader. Well, let's get back up here. Spencer Preet now hooked up with Michael Cozy, and those two starting to pull away from Randy Gerard. Randy Gerard back there about a second behind these guys, 1.1 seconds. Rob Anglin right with him in the number 43. 96 there happened to settle back in behind him. Tim Marlowe saying, well, I was on the outside, but going to have to stick it in on the inside here and try to stay in the draft with these guys to get back up into the hunt. These three can catch the front if they work at it together. The number 9 way down off of the track. Ty Lewis taking it down below the white line for some reason there. Right behind them, we've got a good battle going on here side by side. And that would be the 81 of David Butterfield. And right on the outside of him, William Karp trying to mount a challenge. Good battles going on all around the track. These guys are not really sure. Oh, we got one way down off of the pace here. I believe that might be a lap down car. It is, the number 24 there. That would be Cy Andra is a lap. He is 3 laps down, excuse me. Does get down off of the racing surface to let the leaders by, and that's very respectful. You know, and this means this means a lot to these guys when they're out here racing, to see people out there giving them that room to race around them. So good job by Cy out there. These two definitely hooked up. Michael Cozy and Spencer Preet, like nose to tail, just sticking together like glue. Well, let's ride along here for just a minute. And look back on Spencer Preet. You can see him just sawing on that wheel, trying to stay right on Michael Cozy's bumper. A little dirt on that windshield as these two have not pitted yet. They're probably starting to feel the effects of These cars getting a little bit lighter in the tail end. Might make them a little freer, and maybe, I don't know. It depends on their driving style out here. I'm sure they would like to get in pits or to get fuel and a new set of tires and get a tear off on that windshield, I'm sure. Coming up on lap traffic again here from Spencer Preet, as he's staying right on the bumper of Michael Cozy. Well, let's go back to the third place here. Clear sailing and running in clean air because it's a long ways up to the leader. Stretching it out 2.7 seconds behind the leader, 2.8. Them leaders really hooked up and pulling away. Well, Rob Anglin now right on the bumper of Randy Gerard. Was for a second there, has kind of like lost a little bit there. I think he might have got Randy a little bit loose. All right, right back to Tim Marlowe, now looking to the outside. Let's ride along with him here and see what he's seeing out the front here. Looks like him and Ty Lewis going side by side. Oh, and almost touch going into the turn. Ooh. That'll get the heartbeat right up there. Ty getting a little bit, pushes up the hill a little bit, and almost comes into Tim Marlowe. Looks like he is going to get by. Ty Lewis does get by Tim Marlowe, and Tim Marlowe goes back another position to the 6th place. Looks like Rob Anglin now on the inside of the number 10, Randy Gerard, and is going to take over that place. So these guys starting to see these guys be a little more aggressive out here. Coming to lap 57. Rob Anglin up here in the 4th place now, quite a ways ahead. Let's see, that would be the 3rd place as he crosses a line. And these guys 4.2 seconds behind our leaders. Our leaders just checking out on the field. Spencer Preet and Michael Cozy been so strong up front here pretty much all race long. These two drafting together. Not sure if they're partners out here. They may have worked together before and have a little bit of drafting experience in these things. They do draft pretty well, actually. I think a little too well, but they do draft pretty well. As you can see, these guys definitely have pulled away from the field. Let's go back here to the 3rd place, and Rob Anglin towing these guys around with him. A lot of these guys dancing around, everybody trying to stay in his draft. Now the number, looks like the number 1 trying to get a run on the 96, and boy, did he was way up the hill on that. Caught that apron, and that cost him a lot of momentum. This seems to be about the best battle on the track at the moment, because nobody else really battling. Maybe David Butterworth back here. Let's check it out. David Butterworth and Blake Barney right behind him. It looks like a pretty good battle mountain here with these two. Ty Lewis in clean air now, out here trying to reel in. It looks like Alex Krapser. And he's blinking like a son of a gun there. Alex, Randy Gerard now back to the, looks like he is running in the 6th spot now. William Karp up to 5th. William having a pretty good day in the number 1. Tim Marlowe trying to stay right on Rob Anglin's tail as those two start to try to pull away from the rest of the field like the leaders have. And I hate to say it, guys, but these they're clear back here 5 seconds behind the leaders and losing ground by the second. Coming up on lap traffic here. Let's ride along and see how this handling this lap traffic goes for these guys. Oops, wrong camera. Coming up on lap traffic, trying to get a little draft off him. Lap car goes high and lets him go down underneath. Good job. And I believe these guys may be starting to reel in the leaders just a little tiny bit. As you hear them lifting a little in the corners, you know these guys are starting to feel the crunch of these tires starting to get a little bit on the old side. Now Rob has pitted. He's actually pitted 2 times. Tim Marlowe has pitted 4 times. So these guys should be out here good on fuel. Want to get up and lead some laps. So, and the leaders have not pitted, and I'm not sure when we're going to see these guys pit. Here we are on lap 64, and neither one of them has pitted yet. We got one spun down off of the track, the 18. That would be the 18 of Mark LeBlanc. No caution on that. These guys split up just a little bit. I think maybe they might be feeling this effect of the tires. And it looks like our 3rd place guy is starting to reel them in just a little. Now 4.1 seconds behind our leaders. So they're starting to reel them in now. On a little bit newer tires. These leaders are on old tires. 65 laps, 66 laps of tires. So big difference in the grip on how these guys handle in the turns. Not sure when we're going to see these guys come down pit road. I don't know what the pit window is, but we're going to keep an eye on this. Back to, tell you what we'll do here. Back to Rob Anglin, 4.1 seconds. Leaders starting to hook back up again. I believe Spencer might have had to cool that thing off a little bit. You can't push that many laps without them starting to feel the effects of the heat in that radiator. No air going in that radiator. Man, I'll tell you what, that'll heat that motor up quicker than all get out. And after a while, it'll do so much damage to it that you can't recover from it. So good job by Spencer cooling that thing off a little bit. Still 4.1 seconds back to Rob Anglin. As now they're going to start hooking up here and start to pull away again, maybe. Let's go back here to Rob Anglin. Does have a few of them right behind him. Tim Marlowe right on his tail and has been for quite a while now. the number 1 of William Karp trying to hang in their draft. These guys on newer tires, but coming up on lap traffic here, Rob Anglin deals with the lap traffic, lap car of the number 22, Jared Davis, and they do get by him safely. Good job by Jared letting them by. Good respectful driver on that part. Coming to take lap 70 next time by. Let's get back up here and watch our leaders, because we got to see when they're going to come down pit road. And we'll keep an eye back to the 3rd place. Coming up shortly here, we'll be at the halfway mark. 75 laps will mark the halfway mark of this 150 lap race at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it's been a pretty good race. Had a lot of cautions at the beginning. We will check that out here. 6 cautions so far. We've had 3 lead changes in the race up to this point. Still no inkling of when these leaders are going to come down pit road. Now coming up on more lap traffic. They're going to have to maneuver around these lap cars. One staying high, one staying low. I'm not sure what their deal is here, whether they're going to have to take them down the middle. Oh my God, 3 wide in the turn. Good, safely. Oh man, that was impressive. I was glad I was right there to watch that. That was amazing. Good racing by everybody right there. I got to give you all a 2 thumbs up on that pass. That was awesome. All right, let's go back. Rob Anglin now 4.8 seconds behind these leaders. And I'm sure they're going to stay out because they've got newer tires and fresher tires. Rob Anglin, now I'm looking here, his last pit stop, I'm going to guess and say he probably only took fuel because he had a 4.1 second pit stop. So I'm sure that was only fuel. He probably just topped off his tank, didn't have that much from the caution before when he stopped, so... All right, good job. Back here, let's take a wander back. David Butterworth in the 9th position. Still hanging in there. Blake Barney right behind him, not far, just about 3/10 of a second. Behind, Blake Barney coming down on pit road. Let's take a look here and see what his intentions are. If he's going to take tires, fuel only, what the deal is. Blake Barney on pit road. And this is actually his 2nd pit stop. Right side tires going on. It looks like right sides only and finishing, filling up with fuel. And he's going to be away here in just a minute. All right, getting passed up by a few of these cars. Petey Zeeler in 11th. Well, let's go up here to 10th. We've got a good battle going on here. A lot of lap traffic coming around. Wow, that was some good racing there. All right, David Butterworth in 9th. Let's get caught up back up here to these guys. And it looks like Rob... Where the heck is Rob Anglin here? Rob Anglin now mired into a bunch of stuff up here. Got lap cars in between. William Karp does get by Tim Marlowe, and William Karp moves into the... We've got, looks like we may have... let's get up here to our leaders because we still have not seen them pit. I do not want to stay off of them. Here we are, 76 laps, and these leaders still have not come down pit road yet today. Man, they must have the whole trunk of that thing full of fuel or something. We are a little past halfway, so if they plan on doing this in one pit stop, this could be very, very good for these guys. Not sure if Rob Anglin may have enough to make it to the end, or William Karp. These guys have pitted. William Karp has pitted 7 times. Alex Krapser has pitted 7 times. So we've seen a lot of pit stops by some of these guys. Cy Andra 9 times, trying to get that thing fixed up to get it back out, but he's running in the 15th spot. So good job by Cy. I don't want to leave these leaders right now. I want to stay right on them. We'll stay on Spencer here and see how far. Now 6.5 seconds back to Rob Anglin. These guys continuing to pull away out here on these old tires. I'm sure they're in deep communication with each other to make sure that when Michael says, hey, it's time to pit, we're probably going to see them both come down pit road together. As they maneuver around more lap traffic, it looks like the 90, I believe that's the 94 or the 34. The 34 running back out off of pit road. And as he's getting that thing back up to speed, trying to hang into the draft of these leaders, he's out there on new tires, full tank of fuel, and he's ready to set sail for the end. 80 laps, going to be in the books here in just a second, folks. Still got 21 cars on the track now, as a couple more have retired from the race. But so far, turning out to be a pretty good race here at the end. .3 seconds back to Rob Anglin running into third position. And still no sign these leaders are coming down on pit road. I know they surely can't make it the whole way on fuel. Now 7.4 seconds back to Rob Anglin as these guys just keep pulling away from the rest of the field. Well, let's go back here to Rob Anglin and see how everything's running back here. Now the number 1 trying to mount a challenge on the high side, pulling the 96 of Tim Marlowe along with him. Rob Anglin in the line here, though, that he needs to be running in to stay up here in the third position, as those guys trying to challenge him on the outside just can't quite make it work. They go 3 abreast around the turns, not really 3 wide, but 3 abreast. And Rob staying way down low, not to get into their draft. Boy, they are working it hard up here. Rob really struggling to try to stay into that third position. Does manage to do it. Seems like really gets a good run out of the turns. All right, getting back up here to our leaders. 8.1 seconds back to Rob Anglin and company. And still no signs of coming down pit road. And coming to the end of lap 84 this time by, starting lap 85. If they keep this pace up, they'll pace the whole field. And right now we've still got 10 cars on the lead lap. As we have another one that has parked it for the day. It looks like Derek Colson has taken his car behind pit wall. So that leaves, looks like about 20 cars out on the field right now. As they come up on the back of number 2, that would be Brandon Wilkinson. He's already 2 laps down. They will put him another lap down. Now 8.8 seconds back to Rob Anglin, and still no sign of these leaders coming down pit road. Coming to take lap 87 this time. More lap traffic. The number 28, that would be, let's see, the number 28 of Brandon Christian, 20 laps down. Stays out of the way and lets the leaders go by. .2 seconds now back to Rob Anglin, and I'm telling you, these guys are really hooked up here and doing a great job. Obviously got a lot of drafting experience by these two and are really showing the way here. Class of the field today, I believe, and not taking anything away from anybody else. These two here just really being the class of the field today. Does look like we have another one coming down on pit road here. Trying to get a little bit of damage fixed up maybe, and looks like right side tires going on and some fuel. Alright, riding on board here with Michael Cozy. Been our leader for quite some time now. Michael's led 59 laps so far, and these guys have been out here on these same set of tires for 90 laps now. I don't hear any lifting in the turns by these guys, so they have definitely got a good setup. I'm sure they would highly welcome a brand new set of feel goods on these things to get around here. Looking back here now, Rob Anglin 10.5 seconds behind these leaders, and if the leaders don't pit this time by, we may take a run back through the field real quick here, because these guys are just checking out and no pit yet. Rob Anglin now coming up on a little bit of lap traffic, running in the 3rd spot. Right behind him, William Karp. Now Tim Marlowe back about a second behind these two, hanging in there in the 5th spot. Way back, Ty Lewis 2.5 seconds behind Tim Marlowe back here in the number 9, and it's another 2.8 seconds back to Alex Kratzer and David Butterworth back 5.2 seconds behind them. So definitely seeing these guys having a little bit of a time to try to get by everybody and keep up with keep on the lead lap. Right now we have 8 cars left on the lead lap. I'm sorry, 9. I apologize. 9 cars on the lead lap. The last one on the lead lap would be Randy Gerard, running in 9th. He is about 27 seconds behind, or I'm sorry, 29 seconds behind the leaders. And he had pitted. Okay, he had pitted. Okay, so 8 cars on the lead lap is what we have. Coming this time by to take lap 96. These guys going to try to make it 100 laps before they pit. I wish I knew the pit window on these. That would really help me to kind of watch for them. They come up on the lap car of the 07 of Kyle Steichars. Not sure how you pronounce that, but I did the best I could. Sorry. I probably just butchered it all up, but sorry, Kyle. William Karp does get by. It looks like, Rob Anglin may have pitted now. So Rob Anglin, let's see, he's back into the 9th place. He is on pit road. Getting fresh tires and fueling up. Quite a lengthy pit road stay, 54 seconds. Not sure if he got some kind of a penalty or something there, but quite the lengthy stay. All right, get back up here to our leaders as they're still going around here, taking lap number 98. William Karp has moved into the 3rd position, and caution out. Let's see where the caution is. Oh, we've got, looks like Cy going to be our caution flag here. Let's take a wander back and see what happened to Cy. We'll go to the better camera view, hopefully. Looks like he catches that dreaded apron again. Goes up across the track, hits the outside wall, and the 18 gets into him. And that just punts him down across the track, and Cy going to have a lot of damage on that car to fix up. Not sure if that's going to be fixable. I don't think that'll buff out. As he gets caught by more cars, and he is on pit road, but caution is out. Our leader coming to the... gets caught up to the pace car here, and we're going to see these guys. They are coming down pit road now. I'm sure these leaders are going to very much welcome new set of tires on these cars. And this should be a lengthy stay on pit road. These guys are probably really wanting these new tires and fuel. Looks like the 74 overshoots his pits and has to back up 2 times, 3 times. That's going to be costly. Alex Krapser right there in the 74 had to back up 3 times. That was very costly. And it looks like our leader's only taking fuel. No tires going on them cars. Trying to pack every drop in it that they can. I'm not sure if they're going to need a full tank. our new leader, William Karp, will be our new leader after this caution. These two still sitting on pit road. And finally, they are away. Wow. That was quite the lengthy stay on pit road. May even have been some pit road penalties involved in that, not sure. William Karp up here leading, though. Another new leader. And we'll see if we can't get a word in with somebody down here. Maybe we'll try to get a word in with Michael Cozy here. We'll see if the admins have the channel clear, and we'll try to get a word in with them.
Hey.
Should get the black, let us know, because as of right now, we can't clear it.
Michael Cozy, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Michael, you led like 100 laps or something out there, buddy. I mean, you stayed out on them old tires. You obviously did not need fuel. Approximately about 100 laps you were out there. How are the tires feeling to you right about now?
Well, I tell you, they're feeling actually really good. Me and my teammate there, we were drafting, and we were just consistently getting faster and faster and faster. The car's handling great. We both are feeling good. I think we definitely have a legit shot to win this thing today.
Well, you guys had pulled away out there. Gosh, I don't even know. I think it was like about 11 or 12 seconds you pulled away from the rest of the field. Drafting, you two been partners for a long time in today's race. Have you partnered up before?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're on a team for the up-and-coming X-Cow series. We've been partners since we both got iRacing, so we've had a lot of work together, and we've been having a lot of fun.
How does the car feel in the draft? Does it feel really good? I guess I probably should be asking Spencer about that. He was trailing you the whole time. But, you know, you guys obviously have teamed up, like I said. But how does the car feel in the draft?
Well, with me, he was hooking my bumper a little bit, but most of the time it's been pretty good actually. So yeah, we're getting pretty good.
All right, Michael. Well, good luck out there today, and maybe we'll see you in victory lane later on.
Thank you.
All right, so Michael going to try to get this thing back up there, running into fifth right now, a little ways back from William Karp. Going to have to see how these guys are going to manage to get back up through traffic and get back up to the lead. Spencer going to be a couple of cars up ahead of him as he got off the pit road just a little faster. And it looks like the lights are off on the pace car, and we may be going green this time by. Michael Cozy did lead 69 laps, so a lot of laps that he led. Getting back here to, let's see, we were looking at our previous leader way back, Randy Hefner, led 29. So right now, it looks like Michael Cozy there has led the most laps so far, 69 laps. And I don't believe that can be beat. Sorry about that. I got a little tickle in my throat today. Apologize for that. All right. Pace car is off. William Karp leading them to the line. And he goes green, green, green. Here we go. And off and running. And it looks like right on his bumper there, Spencer Pete trying to hook up with him maybe and pull away from him. Now Spencer not with his one up the hill. That was close. Pushes a car way up the hill. I didn't see the number on that, but everybody kind of taking a shot at the leader right now. Spencer up on the high side. Now ducks it back down in. Wants to get his teammate back up here, I believe it. Oh, and them two going to go into the wall. Spencer saves it, but that's going to cost him a couple of positions. They go 3 wide into the turn back here. Right behind the leader. These guys racing it hard. Spencer way up the line. Nobody up there to work with at the moment. Looking for his partner. His partner right below him in the 88 there, Michael Cozy, excuse me. And it looks like Spencer's going to come down in behind him, and they're going to hook up and see if they can't go to the front once again. Now that the field's all caught back up, we only have, I believe, 5 cars on the lead lap right now, folks. Petey Zeeler in the 5th place, their last car on the lead lap in the number, the 00. And he's about 1.8 seconds back. Got a little bit of damage on that car trying to get this thing around here. He's a couple of seconds back, 2.3 seconds back. Well, let's get back up here to our 4th place, and 3rd. Spencer Preet now in 3rd. And William Karp not wanting to see them two get hooked up. Got a couple of lap cars in between them there. Looks like the number 3 of, that's Heather Rowe back out on the track. And she is seven laps down. Michael, we've got one. We got the 3's gonna crash it. That does bring the caution out. So the number 3 spinning out there, Heather Rowe. Let's take a look again as she comes around here, and it gets a little out of shape. We'll go to the far chase leader on her. She gets a little loose coming off a 2 and tries to save it. Boy, she does a heck of a job of trying to save it, but it just gets away from her, comes on around, and that brings out, I'm not sure how many cautions this is. Let's see, this would, wrong one. Sorry. This will be caution number 8 on today. All right, looks like everybody misses it and does not get any damage. She gets caught back up to the field. William Karp looking like he may be coming down pit road. We're going to have to kind of keep an eye on him and see if he does. He knows these guys are right behind him, got fresher tires. And them being teammates, he may be sweating this just a little bit. All right, 2 more cars have retired. It looks like David Butterworth and Cyandra may have retired from the race. So there's 2 more cars off of the track. And that will leave 18 cars left on the track to finish this race up today. 110 laps so far out of 150. 40 to go. Still a lot of racing to go here, folks, so stay tuned. Go get you something to drink, get you a snack, and stay tuned here because a lot of racing left here today. All right, William Karp out here leading. Not a whole lot of laps left as we start winding them down here and coming to 39 laps to go. So stay tuned here, folks. This is going to get kind of interesting as we start seeing these guys wanting to push forward. We do have Michael Cozy and Spencer Preet there wanting to get back up into the lead after having such a great lead on the field. And Michael Cozy leading the most laps. Lights off on the pace car. Everybody doubling back up here as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Looks like we have about 8 cars on the lead lap at the moment. Blake Barney being the first one lap down in 9th place. All right, caution has been waved off for one more lap. Give you a rundown here where everybody is at. Well, let's go back through the field. In first place there, William Karp. Second going to be Spencer. I think that's supposed to be Spencer Preet. And then, what the heck happened there? Something happened. That was kind of weird. What happened? I guess Michael Cozy must have passed him. But anyhow, Michael Cozy is going to be starting on the outside of William Karp. William Karp is actually our leader. Spencer Preet will be starting third. And fourth will be Alex Crapser. 5th will be Ty Lewis. So there's your front 5 that will be starting out. 6th will be Brandon Wilkinson. Pete Zeeler way back here. Let's get back up here to our leader as they're coming around here. Now going to be restarting the race here. Going to have 37 to go when they cross the line, folks. 37 laps to go. Pace car ducks off. Carp leading them down. Cozy wanting to get a run. Green flag is in the air. Hopefully for the last time today for these guys. Carp taking off to a good jump. Preet trying to follow in behind him. Cozy wanting to duck in behind, but I'm not sure if he's got quite the run. He does duck in behind Preet. Those two partners wanting to get by our leader, William Carp. They may just ride in his wake for a while here and see how things kind of smooth out a little bit and get the field stretched out, and they may try to get by him eventually. It looks like they ducked to the outside coming through the tri-oval. Those two hooked up. Not sure if they're going to be able to make it stick this time. Going into turn 1, going to have to duck in underneath him, and caution is out again. Oh, we got a bunch of them here. Brandon Wilkinson into it. So let's see if we can't follow along with him and find out what happened here. And it looks like he gets tapped by the number 9. And this is going to wad up a couple of them here. The number 9 there of Ty Lewis gathering up into him. Had a little bit of a run underneath of him going into the turn. But when Brandon come back down the hill, Ty was right there. Collected him into him. So, all right. Let's get these cars back up here to the front. These leaders not wanting to see this. William Carp back out here in the lead. I'm sure at the moment probably trying to cruise around and save a little bit of fuel in this car. Alright, as we look at here now, this is caution number 9 out of 116 laps. We've had 8 lead changes up front though, so that's a fair amount of lead changes for these cars being so hard to pass. Preet and Cozy trying to get by Carp being very strong. So we're going to have to see how this is going to play out all the way to the end here, folks. $16 cars left out on the track. We started with, I can tell you here in a minute, I don't exactly remember. I know they had a full field out here But I think there was a few of the admins in here. I believe we had about 40. I would say about 41 or 2 racers that started the race today, and we're down to 16. Alright, the lights go off on the pace car. Everybody gonna double up here. And we're gonna restart this thing, and let's get a look here and see how many guys are gonna be on the lead lap. It looks to me like about 9 cars on the lead lap at the moment. Pete Zeeler being the last one on the lead lap in 9th place. We're gonna watch him come around here and take the green flag in just a minute, folks. Alright, coming out of turn 4. Pace car ducks off. William Karp leads them down. Green flag is in the air. Preet trying to get a run on the outside. Looks like he may have got a pretty good run. Now comes down in front of Karp. Good slide job down in front of him. Wow, that was great racing right there. Karp staying low, and it looks like Cozy going to go up high possibly. Not sure he wants to get up there with his partner. Karp in between them. Back here, Marlowe running in 4th, and these guys running 3 wide through the tri-oval. Somebody goes out across the grass. Ooh, that looked like the number 2 of Brandon Wilkinson out across the grass, and caution does fly once again. So let's go back here and take a look at what happened to him. Like coming through the getting ready to come into the tri-oval here. Not sure exactly what happened to him, but catches the grass. That's what happened. That grass can be dreadful when you catch that grass with the left side tires like that. Oh man, you're better off going across it with all 4 tires. And he goes for a ride out across the grass and into the pit road. All right, so there we go. Caution out again here. These guys getting caught back up. Now Spencer Preet going to be our new leader. William Karp in 2nd. don't believe we'll see any of the leaders come down on pit road. Not at this close to the end. We're coming down to getting close to the 25 to go mark here in a couple more laps. Spencer Preet finally getting out there to lead some laps. Has now led 6 laps. So I have to see if he's going to be able to get hooked back up with his partner and bring this thing home today. I'd say we're probably going to have about 24 to go when they get the green flag, depending on how many if the admins do throw extended caution or not here to get everybody caught up. If not, we should, I think it should be about 24 to go when they get the green flag. And the lights do go off on the pace car, and everybody should start doubling up now. Carp going to be starting on the outside, and this is just not what he wanted to see, because Cozy and Preet going to be hooked up on that low line and are going to take off like a rocket, I'm sure, and probably get a run and go by Carp. We'll see when they go into turn 1 who's going to be ahead of who. Carp's probably going, oh no, them two are hooked up. I'm going to go backwards. Carp led, he led a fair amount of laps, or he's led 17 laps, but Michael Cozy led 70 laps, so that's not going to be able to be beaten today. Michael Cozy leading the most laps. So Preet leading them down, coming around going into 3, coming out of 4, and we're going to get back to green flag racing right here, folks, so stay tuned. Pace car ducks off. Preet brings them to the line. him and his partner getting their communication together, and here we go. Green, green, green. Those two wanting to get hooked up right away as they do get by Carp. And that's just exactly what Carp did not want to see. Those two getting hooked up and going to the front. You couldn't have asked for it to be any better planned than that right there. Carp trying to stay with them. Cozy getting connected to that back bumper and not going to let up on it, I'm sure, until we see him come across the line here at the end. 23 laps to go here, folks, at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Marlowe in the 4th place back here, falling back a little bit away from them guys, but those guys are definitely setting the pace here today. He is really trying to reel them in any way he can possibly reel them in. Rob Anglin now running back here. Let's see, that would be in the 6th spot, I believe. In the number 43, running halfway's decent here. I'm sure he would like to get back up to the front, but he's hanging right onto the back bumper there of the number 9, of Ty Lewis. Now let's get back up here to our leaders. Carp still trying to hang on to their back bumper. Don't know how long that's going to be able to last, but we're going to keep an eye on these three, as they're really starting to pull away from the field now. Now 1.2 seconds back to Marlowe from Carp. Carp hanging right there, hanging tough with them too, not letting them get out there very far. Coming to the line, I have 21 laps to go here. Carp trying to do whatever he can to get up there by these guys. I just don't see it happening. Those two really hooked up, but boy, he is not leaving their back bumper. This is going to be a fight right to the bitter end here, guys, between these three. And I don't know what's going to happen. We may see Carp try to get underneath Cozy there, and we may see a caution. I hope not. Don't want to see the races finish under caution. I hate to see that. I feel bad for the drivers when that happens. You see these guys get wrecked out, you know, and tear up their cars and can't finish a race. I hate that. All right, now 1.6 seconds back to Tim Marlowe. So these three are pulling away from the rest of the field. Marlowe back here, 4th place. Let's go back and take a look at him. Has already pulled away from Rob Anglin. Rob Anglin up there on the low line, trying to get by some lap traffic, but he's 1.2 seconds behind these guys, 2.1 behind, 3.4 behind the leader. So the leaders are starting to check out on the field now. 19 to go here, folks. XCal Racing, remember that. You can go to xcalracing.com and check out their website. These three really hooked up nose to tail, and Carp knows if he doesn't want to get up there and touch Cozy, because if he touches him, that could cause a little bit of disturbance on the back of his car, and it could wind up hooking him or spinning him out. I think he wants to wait till the last couple laps to go and then make his move. So we'll have to see here. Coming to the line, going to be 17 to go. Been a long race, 150 laps these guys coming up on here when they finish. 163 or 143 in the books, 133. Oh, I'll get it right. I'll do my math. 133 in the books right now. So still a long ways to go here. 2.6 seconds back to Tim Marlowe, and these guys are pulling away by a lot. So it's going to come down to a 3-car challenge for the win here today. Not sure if Preet's going to have enough to stay out ahead of his partner Cozy. Cozy looks like he may be kind of setting him up here. Not sure. It could be a slide across the nose or something to get to the finish. Carp keeping the pressure on these guys. Oh, and caution is out again. Let's go back and see. Oh, they tried to go 4 wide in the turn, and that just is not going to work. Let's go back here and take a look at it again as these guys come around. 4 wide in the, not here, but they do go 4 wide here eventually. Rob Anglin in the middle. Looks like the number 3 may have tried to dive down underneath. And it looks like we may be going to go 4 wide down the backstretch. They're going 4 wide here, folks. As the number 3 there, Heather Rowe, dives it down underneath. And it looks like she's going to come out of it okay, but the rest of them all going to get some damage. Rob Anglin trying to save that car. It don't look like he's going to hit anything, but boy, he definitely got out of shape. The 9 up into the wall, the 07 up into the wall. Man. So, all right, well, a few more of these guys tore up out here. These guys coming down to pit road. Rob Anglin and a bunch of them. All right, so let's get back up here to our leader. Now this is going to mix things up a little bit here. 14 to go. Carp's going to be restarting this race right behind Preet. So we're going to have to see how this restart's going to go here to see how the end of the race is, the outcome of the race is going to be. So Preet not going to probably want to give up that low line at all. Therefore, Carp's going to be right there, and depending on how good of a restart he gets, see if he can stay right on Preet's tail all the way to the end. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to get the end of this race in here before long, and I think we're going to see a great finish. $14 cars left out on the field now. We started with about 40 or 41, I believe, and here we are down to 13 laps to go right now with 14 cars on the track racing yet. And this has been a great race for these guys up front here. These guys are really having a good time. It's been a lot of very, very tough, struggling races for these guys that trying to keep up onto the lead lap mainly. Rob Anglin, Brandon Wilkinson, Pete Zeeler, Randy Gerard back up front, Alex Krapser up there. Tim Marlowe been running really strong in the 4th spot. In the number 96 there. He'd been running really strong today. Let's take a look down here at Tim Marlowe. It looks like he's got his car painted up like a Pontiac Firebird. Looks pretty cool, Tim. I like it. Got the Pontiac emblem on there. He's got the Firebird on the hood. All the pinstriping. It looks really good. Headlights on it. Did a great job painting that. Good job, Tim. All right, the lights do go off on the pace car. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a minute. All right, Michael Cozy coming home the winner. Great finish by Michael Cozy. That was one fabulous finish. Great finish by these guys. Let's see if we can get down here, get a word in with him. Michael Cozy, this is Rudy Cummings up in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah.
Great finish there, Michael. Congratulations coming home in the top spot today. Tell us a little bit how them last few laps were and how you might have set up old Mr. Preet there.
Well, thank you. Yeah, well, hell, I wasn't really sure. To be honest, I was just going to wing it and see what he gave me. I just got lucky there on the last lap. He slid up, and I just barely got underneath of him. And basically, he didn't have anything for me. So either that or it was going to be in the pass in the grass. That was the next best opportunity.
Well, it looked good from my seat here, buddy. Great finish, great race. You know, you guys started 1-2. You started 1-2-3. Carp was in the middle between you. You managed to get together, and you guys just never looked back. You just Carp just stayed right there with you guys, though. And I wish he had maybe he might have had Tim Marlowe up there with him to work with him. But you guys were just pretty much hooked up all day long. But congratulations again, Michael. You want to give a special shout out to anybody or a thank you?
Of course, I wanna give a shout out to Cy, our other teammate. He got taken out there at one of the big ones, and he had a pretty rough day. But of course, I gotta thank Spencer Preet running second. He's my teammate, working on setups every week. He does a great job, and we're hoping to go out there and win us the next Cal championship. So thank you.
All right, congratulations again, Michael. Great race out there today. Spencer Preet, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Mr. Cummins.
Great race, Spencer. What happened there on that last lap? Did you slip up? Was that on purpose to let Michael win? I don't think so, but tell us a little bit about them last couple laps, would you please?
Yeah, well, I was just trying to keep in front of Michael, hold the bottom, but he was on my bumper a lot, so it was really caused me to slide up in the corners, and I slid up a little off of four, and I kept hearing my spotter go inside and clear and inside clear, and I wasn't exactly sure if he was there. So I was a little confused on whether or not trying to come back down or not. But I gave him enough room to get a nose in there, and I just couldn't hold him off on the outside.
Well, that looked pretty intense, you two coming around there side by side. But you know what? You guys put on a great show out there today. You ought to be proud of yourself. I'm very proud of you. Y'all ran really good. Had a lot of cautions there early on and a couple toward the end, but there was a long green flag run in there, and you guys had pulled away from the field by a ton. And tell us a little bit about how that racing went for you guys, you know, because you guys really pulled out a distance.
Yeah, we were just trying our best to make a distance on the rest of the field, so when we had our pit stops, we wouldn't have much pressure, and we got a lot farther out ahead than we expected. That wreck beforehand helped us a lot, but yeah, we were just trying to arc it into the corners as much as we could, get as much speed as possible. We were running some really fast times, and you know, it just ended up working out that way. Everyone else was not really working together behind us, and it helped us pull away. I'm not really too sure myself on how it happened.
Well, just for the sake of kind of being curious, did you two stay out there on the same set of tires all race long, or did you change any?
We kept the same tires on it the whole race. It seemed like they were getting better as the race went on, so we didn't want to change that at all.
Absolutely. You don't want to fix it if it ain't broken. But good job out there today. Congratulations coming home second today, Spencer. You want to give a special shout out to anybody or any thank yous?
Well, I got to thank Cy because I was having a tough time on the setup for this race, and he really helped us out. And I got to thank Cozy because he made an exciting race out of it at the end and kept Fatheads Racing 1-2, so I guess that's it.
All right. Well, thanks there, Spencer. And again, congratulations. William Karp, this is Rudy Cummings up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I copy, Rudy. Go ahead.
William, great race by you. You led a few laps. Looks like you led 17 laps, so good run by you. Getting that thing back up into the front there and was on point for quite a while. Did you kind of figure these two, when they got hooked up together, that they would probably get by you? And did you have anything for them at the end?
Yeah, I figured those two guys were working together. They had a pretty good synchronized start on the last few restarts, and there wasn't much I could do with them, other than, just try to tag along and hang in for third, and hope that maybe they'd make a mistake, which almost happened on the last corner there, and I almost got to second, but I'll take third, no problem. Main thing was to stay clean and stay out of trouble.
That's for sure, buddy. Good job out there, though, today. Coming home third spot. I would take it. That was a long, grueling race, a lot of cautions. You guys got to be about tuckered out after 150 laps here today. But, good racing by everybody out there. The front part of the field was just amazing to watch. I did kind of view back in the field a little ways, and there was a lot of good pack racing going on back there. But you guys showed the way up front here and I'm sure had all the fans right on the edge of their seat today. But great job and congratulations, William. You want to give a special shout out to anybody or a thank you?
Yeah, well, thanks to XCal Race for putting this race on, and thanks to eBay, because I sell a lot of stuff on there to support my racing.
Okay, William. Well, great job out there today. And again, congratulations coming home third spot.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's get, as we got everybody down here, let's get a look at the results here. We'll look at the results first, but I wanted to look real quick here at the racing house. We had 12 cautions, 10 lead changes, and that was 10 lead changes was amongst 4 drivers. So a pretty substantial amount of laps led out here by each one of these drivers. Michael Cozy, of course, leading 71 laps, leading the last one, the most important one. So good job by these guys out here today. Now let's look at the results here. Cozy coming home first spot, Spencer Preet in second, William Karp third, Tim Marlowe coming home fourth, a good run for Tim today, Randy Gerard in fifth, Alex Krapser in sixth, Petey Zeeler in seventh, Rob Anglin finishing eighth there after that last little caution that he got caught up in. Had some damage on that car, just couldn't get it fixed up to stay up in competition. But coming home 8th spot, good job by Rob today. 9th place, Brandon Wilkinson. Kyle Styrchars, I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm sorry, Kyle, if I butcher that all up. Coming in the 10th spot. In 11th, Blake Barney. 12th was Heather Rowe. 13th, Ty Lewis. 14th, Jared Davis. 15th, Christopher Moody. 16th, James Gaylor. 17th, David Butterworth. In 18th was Cy Andra. 19th, Brandon Christian. 20th, Mark LeBlanc. And 21st, Derek Colson. In 22nd, BJ Tidrick. In 23rd, Mike Miller. 24th, Randy Hefner. 25th, Matthew Jarrett. 26th, Hudson Hammer. 27th, Joshua Morgan. 28th, Tony Pizarro. 29th, David Guzman. 30th, Stephen Keller. Anthony Sergi in 31st, Daniel Smallwood in 32nd. In 33rd was Dalton Lucas. 34th was Alan Bowes. 35th, Michael Mulryan. 36th, Roy Hayes. 37th, Dennis Dean. 38th, Andrew Williams. Okay, these guys weren't even in there. I'm sorry. I don't know what they're doing and all that, but they may have been in there helping out. But anyhow, our winner today, Michael Cozy Jr., congratulations to him, winning here today 150 laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And until next time, this is MaxSpeedTV. You can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com for our full schedule of broadcasting that we do. And until then, we will catch you around the track.